Ninja Turtles, Double Dragon, Final Fight, Streets of Rage, mixed with Diablo, Path of Exile, or Last Epoch. This seems to be the goal of TowerBorne. Basically, this game could be the next-gen Castle Crashers. Now, just recently, Stoic Studios did a live stream where they gave us a ton of information on TowerBorne and what we could expect from this game. And let's dive into that, starting with the gameplay. TowerBorne seems to be, at its core, a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up. The developers have stated that timing, positioning, and your skills will actually matter in this title, as it seems you not only have access to ground combos.
Hey, what happened to the graphics? What is this? It looks nothing like the reveal trailer. Next-gen Castle Crashers, my ass.
Okay, the elephant in the room. The gameplay footage from IGN looks like a complete downgrade from the gameplay shown in the reveal trailer. Hopefully, the final product resembles more of the original trailer and not this IGN footage. Maybe they just had bad recording equipment when this footage was captured at Gamescom a while back. I have no idea. I just hope that we get more gameplay footage soon of TowerBorne so we could kind of actually see what the game will really look like. But let's get back to the combat in the game. So TowerBorne is going to have ground combos as well as aerial ones. In fact, when it comes to air combos, you're going to be able to perform them in midair or do some sort of powerful downward attack. On top of that, you're able to cast spells, both offensive and defensive. By the way, what is this blue circle that's going around the characters? I'm assuming it's some sort of passive ability, such as a shield of some sort, because it doesn't really seem to be doing any sort of damage to the enemies. Leave a comment down below if you have any idea what this blue cycle is doing around the characters. Now, what's even more interesting is in this footage, both the character using the War Club and the Sword and Shield are able to cast this spell. So it makes one wonder, is there more to customization that's not simply focused on weapon type? We'll dive into this a bit more later on. So aside of combat, the gameplay has a heavy focus on multiplayer, both online and with couch co-op, which is super cool. So with a heavy focus on co-op and multiplayer, you're going to want your character to stand out, both in their appearance and playstyle. Luckily for us, Stoic Studios has thought of this, and TowerBorne is going to have plenty of character customization. For starters, at the launch of the game, we're going to have 4 different weapon types to choose from: War Club, Gauntlets, Dual Daggers, and Sword and Board. And each of these weapon types will have different variations within them. For example, in this victory screen, we can see the Guardian Sword and Shield compared to the Bloodshed Sword and Shield, or the Rampage War Club compared to the Crusaders War Club. Now, before I move on, I do hope they add even more weapons. I want to see lances, polearms, axes, greatswords, etc. Plus, it would be so cool if we even got some ranged weapons in the mix. Ranged characters in these type of games just offer a completely different playstyle. For example, playing as Marion in Double Dragon Gaiden just felt so fresh and unique. And while a handgun may not fit the theme of TowerBorne, it would be awesome to see bows or crossbows, just sort of to mix up that gameplay and offer even more character customization. Now, on top of different weapon types and variations, you have 5 gear slots available to you. This is most likely going to be armor slots, helmet, chest piece, leggings, etc. Going even further, there's going to be an aspect system in the game, allowing you to put different modifiers on your armor and weapon, changing the gameplay even further. Now, I think it would be cool if these modifiers allow you to go into some sort of elemental type of damage. Maybe instead of doing physical damage with the War Club, you could do poison, bleed, or ice. Or maybe you could put a fire modifier on your sword, allowing you to do fire/burn damage to your foes. And there is one more customization I know about when it comes to the game, and it has nothing to do with your character. As I'm sure you noticed in the footage, there's these little flying pets, and these are not purely cosmetic. Apparently, they're going to offer different abilities to you. Let's take a look at that blue cyclone thing going around that character once again, because it actually looks like the pet is actually spinning around the character, and it's the pet that's allowing this ability to happen. So, recap. 4 weapon types with different variations, armor slots, a modification system, a pet system, and if all these are done correctly, we're going to get some very unique and interesting builds we could toy with. However, until we actually get a deep dive into the itemization, this is all sort of just speculation. By the way, before we move on, the developers have stated that you're able to create a custom character in this game, and the character creation has a ton of options. So you'll be able to design the character you want to play as. Plus, the game's going to have a transmog system. So if you do happen to equip armor that doesn't match the look you like, you could change that to match your preference. However, one of the main reasons I'm interested in TowerBorne is simply how the developers talk about the game. It seems as if they're actually passionate about it and they want to deliver a fun experience. In fact, in their live stream, they mentioned the word fun over and over again. Not only that, but it sounds like they actually play the game they're developing. They play it with coworkers and their families, which is so cool. On top of this, they talk about building the game post-launch with the community. It's so cool that they're willing to pivot and change course based on player feedback. And yes, I know, every developer says this, but based on the presentation and the way they talk about TowerBorne, it really does seem like they want to deliver the best experience for their fan base. But I want to hear what you all think. Are you guys excited for TowerBorne? What do you hope to see in the game? Let me know in the comments down below. As for me, I got a ton of work to do, so I'm going to get back to the grind and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.